Today I want to share with you what I believe is very close to being a perfect Swiss luxury sport piece. I know it's kind of a silly clickbait type statement, but there is some validity to what I'm saying here. This is a very well done watch, and there is a host of size options, color options, strap options, to where most people you could find an Aqua Terra that would work really well for you. I love the design, the originality, the case is very versatile. The lyre style lugs really have become synonymous with Omega. You find it on the Seamaster, on the Speedmaster, on the Planet Ocean, on the Railmaster, and here on the Seamaster Aqua Terra. It is a rich design element from their storied history, but it also adds just a nice level of visual interest. There's not only pleasing form here, but a good delineation of finishes between the fine brushing and the high polish. And overall, it's very versatile, symmetrical, and holds this beautiful dial in a pleasing way. The dial has rich details. It is a teak or a plank texture here with a sunray grain pattern on the top. So a lot of nice light play and the perfect backdrop for these applied triangular appliques. They carry a high polish inner facet, a nice brushing along the top perpendicular to the axis of the watch, and a little triangle of BGW9 from Superluminova. Even the logo here, the Omega applied logo that carries a very nice brushing north to south, grabs light. Likewise, the printing for the Seamaster family, the coaxial designation, the master chronometer designation, and also the date, the high contrast date that's on the blacked out date wheel at the 6 o'clock position, kind of has a dimensional silver hue to it and looks very sharp. So the dial, it's legible, it's balanced, it has all the details that really come to play, especially in these macro shots, and overall I think is just very pleasant and versatile. So it looks pretty at home with a shirt and tie, but also with shorts and a t-shirt if you want to go to the lake for the weekend. This carries 150 meters of water resistance. No silly helium release crown at the 10 o'clock position. In your main crown at the 3 o'clock, the conical or cupcake style crown is screw in. So really all the elements that I like seeing as a watch fan. Now let's turn the watch over. You guys can see the in-house coaxial 8900 caliber here. 60 hours of power reserve. Those are held in twin barrels. 39 joules, 25,200 beat per hour frequency, and very tasteful machine arabesque finishing here. But my favorite feature is the time zone function that you'll see on the hour hand or the local hand. If you pull the crown to the first position, you can independently adjust or bump the hour hand, the local hand forward or backward. Great for traveling, great for daylight savings, great for adjusting the date at the end of the month. And yes, you can go backward in sequence without damaging the date or the mechanism there. So I really do like that. And if you look at the case back, you'll notice it is very full. There's a pleasant proportion with how much movement you see, how much case back there is, and the different finishing from the brushing to the polishing to the matte. Overall, it's very pleasing on the backside in addition to the top of the case. Now, what keeps this from being the perfect watch? It's very close. As you guys can see, this is a really well done watch. There's a couple things that I think most of us would agree on that would enhance this. The first one is going to be the clasp. We have a butterfly style clasp. It is a two-step process to fasten or unfasten it. You have dual push button here with an Omega signature. The second half is held in with ceramic ball bearing detent, so that's nice to see. But you'll notice there is no micro adjustment here. There is no extension system if your wrist swells up on a hot summer day. And you're really left with these links and the inclusion of half links to get the perfect fit. And you know what? In years past, maybe 5 years ago, I don't think there would be an issue. There were very few brands that were doing adjustable clasps. But they've kind of become a standard now, so this really feels a bit dated when I look at the clasp system. And fortunately, Omega has addressed this with the latest generation of the Constellation. You now have a 2mm extension system in the butterfly style clasp, and I would like to see them take that and place it here in the Aqua Terra clasp. That would really enhance the functionality for a user or the end consumer standpoint. So I would like to see that. The next two elements that I will close this out with are a bit more personal preference. You may disagree with me, but I mean, if they would change these two things, this would be the perfect watch for me, in my opinion. Now, the first one is going to be the bezel. We have a high polished conical stainless steel bezel. It looks beautiful, but it's kind of a scratch or hairline magnet. And even if you baby your watches, within a couple weeks, you're really going to see the wear there on the bezel. So what I would propose Omega to do here is to take the technology that they've implemented in the Globemaster, which carries a fluted tungsten bezel, and apply that to the Aqua Terra. I would love a tungsten bezel here that has the appearance of polished stainless steel, but the enhanced scratch resistance and hardness of tungsten. That would be incredibly practical and would preserve the beauty, the pop, and the finesse of the high polish bezel without, adding in the hairlines and the signs of wear and use. So I would like that. And likewise with the bracelet finishing, I like the bracelet. I like the taper. I like the fact that it is a fully articulating bracelet. The bracelet can also lie flat along the back of the case here, so it's very comfortable. But you know what? The PCLs, or the polished center links, again, they're the first areas to really show wear. And I think it's okay if you want a statement watch, maybe an accent watch that's not your daily driver. When it's your daily driver, you really mark that up, as evidenced by my GMT Master 2 that I'm wearing today. You can really see the wear here, and I don't hold back in wearing my watches. I believe a sport watch should be used and enjoyed, but again, you're going to notice that there is a trade-off with the beauty and the bling, and that is showing the wear. So what I would like to see is a fully brushed bracelet here, like the Railmaster. I think that would help accentuate the high polished lugs here, the lyre style lugs, and those beautiful dial details that we looked at earlier. So if this had an adjustable clasp, a brushed center link, and a tungsten bezel, to me, this would be the ultimate sports watch. I couldn't argue against it. It would be a very solid all-around watch that I would recommend to anyone. But as it stands now, this is still a very powerful piece. Excellent box, excellent strap options, size options, color options, and it really is a great buy as it stands. It could just be a little bit better, in my opinion. But what do you guys think? What would be the ultimate watch, and how close is this Aqua Terra to that description you have in your mind? Thanks for taking the time to watch today, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I want to shout out Exquisite Timepieces for lending in this Aqua Terra and allowing me to do this full review and the other comparisons that we've done on the channel. A link to those is in the description, and a link to my friend Nick's contact is also in the description. He's a great guy. He's a young watch enthusiast. He loves Omega and Grand Seiko. And if you're shopping Omega, if you're shopping for another watch, if you want to trade in your watch, he would be a great resource to get in touch with and have a conversation. He's really taken good care of me as I've purchased from Exquisite. So there's that in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.